So, is it I am boring or is it I am bored? I always get those two confused. And so do my students. Today, we're going to be talking about adjectives that can end with ed or ing. So, to be clear, not all adjectives can end with both ed and ing, but a lot can. You can think of adjectives like interest, like interesting or interested. Same with boring, bored, excited, excited, embarrassed, embarrassing. There's quite a few. I'm not going to talk specifically about all of them. You can look at a list after this video if you wish. But we are going to be talking about adjectives today. And before we start, I want to make it clear we're not talking about verbs, right? Because verbs can also end with ed and ing. Right? When we have a verb that ends with ed, we're talking about the past. When we have a verb that ends with ing, we're talking about some sort of progressive or continuous action. But today we're talking about adjectives, and adjectives don't do that at all. Adjectives don't tell us time. Only verbs do, right? So when I say I am interested, or I was interested, am and was indicate the time for us, not the ending of the adjective. So that being said, I hear from a lot of students, they say, John, I know this great rule, I was taught it, it's amazing, it's super easy for me to follow, it works perfectly. And that is that ed is for people, and ing is for things, or like non-people. And let me tell you, that's a terrible rule. It's just really bad because you're going to make so many mistakes with it because there's so many situations where that rule won't work for you. So if you've ever learned ed for people and ing for things, forget it. It's useless. Okay. Today we're going to give you some other kind of guidelines and other rules that will help you use this grammar correctly. The one I like, and I like it just because I think it's easy to contextualize the grammar, and that is that ing is when we want to give our opinion on someone or something. So, for example, the movie is exciting. That's my opinion after watching the movie, right? The movie is exciting, or her presentation was interesting. Okay, so those are my opinions about something, right? And then ed we use to describe our feelings, our mood, our current state. I am interested. She was bored, right? Ed is describing how someone feels. So I like that. I like ing to describe an opinion and ed to describe a feeling. But there are some situations where that might get a little confusing. And if you're in that situation where you're like, I don't know, that's a bit confusing for me, there is one other way to think of it. And that way is to think about cause and effect, right? We can use ing adjectives when we want to talk about the cause of a feeling, okay? So if I say the movie is exciting, what I'm saying is the movie caused my feeling to be excited, right? So in other words, the movie is the cause for my feeling. Or if I say the lecture was boring, right? I'm saying the lecture was the cause for my feeling, right? And then on the other hand, you have ed. The ed is more the result, okay? I was bored because of the movie. Like my feeling was one of boredom because of the movie, right? So you have that cause for the ing and the effect for the ed. That doesn't work for me personally. To me, it just confuses me. That's why I prefer the ing for opinion and ed for feelings. But maybe it works for you. And if it does, I hope in the future you can think of that. So, just to summarize, adjectives can often have an ing or an ed ending. Again, ing for an opinion or when we want to talk about the cause of a feeling, and then ed to talk about a feeling or when we're talking about the result of something. So that's it for today. I hope that helps clarify things for you. If you guys have any questions or any doubts about that that grammar point, what we talked about today, put it in the comments down below, and look forward to hearing from you guys soon. Okay, cheers. Bye.